Hi, welcome to Hit the Bricks. Today we're going to take a look at this Speed Champions 75-893 set here by Lego. We're going to be building the 1970 Dodge Charger RT. We're going to build that stock the way it comes out of the set because I want to compare this against a 1969 Dodge Charger RT that I built by Rolling Bricks. That was a mock that I found on Rebrickable that had a downloadable PDF. If you didn't see that review, that video, I'll put a link up on top for that one. And then we're going to build an alternate build for the Demon here, the 2018 Dodge Demon SRT. And that is actually a van, which is what I found interesting on that one, which I found on Rebrickable as well. That one is Keep On Bricking. I'll put a link down below if you wish to purchase that PDF. That was $5.25 US dollars is what I paid for that. That being said, I don't have any affiliation with Keep On Bricking, and I'm also not going to do any details about how it was built, a speed build or anything like that, because that was a purchase and I respect the creator for that. But we are going to do a review of it so you can see what it looks like, and also what how the building was, the experience, and then also a review on the PDF as far as the quality of the download. And that is 75-893 Van Life is the name of that on Rebrickable. But like I said, I'll put a link down below. So we're going to be taking a look at both of those. We'll compare the two Dodge Chargers. And then we'll do a crash test for the alternate build, the van. The mock, and we will do that against this 1970 Dodge Charger just for kicks to see how they compared. I think this mock is going to do pretty good on a crash test, honestly. Just taking a sneak peek at the downloadable instructions, I think it's going to hold up pretty good. Some of the other mocks that I've done on the crash test against the Speed Champions didn't fare so well, but I have high hopes for this one. I think it might work out pretty well. If you're not familiar with the channel, the reason I'm building this and building this alternative build is because I'm building a Lego city and I'm looking for interesting vehicles and accessories and buildings and such to put in there along with my own mocks. And I thought, like I said, a van was a little bit different. I thought that would be interesting for the city itself. So let's go ahead and start building these, and then we're getting to the review. Okay, we got them built. So here is the 1970 Charger RT from the 75-893 Speed Champion set in its stock form. It's a nice looking kit. I obviously like it. I like all the Speed Champion sets for the most part. This is the one I had mentioned before. This is the Rolling Bricks mock that I downloaded off of Rebrickable that I did the review of already. So this is a 1969, this is a 1970. If you are into your old muscle cars or Dodge Chargers in particular, you may be able to tell differences between them, why they did what they did as far as like their aesthetics on it. I don't know. I don't know that much about the car. I mean, I've seen the car in how many movies, and I know a little bit about old muscle cars in general, but I don't know enough to tell you the difference between a 69 and a 1970 as far as this goes. But they're pretty similar. They're the same size. The Rolling Bricks is just one stud higher for whatever reason. It might just be the windshield choice or what have you. But I did notice that the Speed Champions is a little bit longer hood. Not a real big deal there. But that was noticeable. They used some differences as far as the slopes. There are some proxy pieces on this one, like this was just two tiles, and I'm missing a L-shaped tile here. That was all explained in my video that I actually did in reviewing this, but just pointing out there's a few things that are different on my build than the actual PDF from Rolling Bricks. But you know, they're pretty similar. We've got, you know, some little aesthetic touches there. I think that's probably a gas cap. We got the mirrors. I actually like that. I think that looks nice on the Rolling Bricks. Some other little aesthetics. So that's what they look like side by side there. They both look nice. I think if you're into that, if you're into these cars, I think you'd be happy with the rolling bricks, you know, along with, you know, the Speed Champions one. If you wanted to do both, I don't think you'd be too disappointed there. Anyways, so really what we're talking about today is this alternate build for this cool little van by Keep On Bricking. So this is what I wanted. The PDF, which like I said is about $5.25, that has two builds in it. So it's got this build and then the black van build on it. Both very nice. I just decided to go with this one, like I said, because I wanted to have that 1970 Charger just to compare it to the 1969. This one did require pieces from that Charger, and for some reason in my head I was thinking this one would only use it from the 2018 Demon, which nowhere did it say that. That was just in my head. This would go with that, and this would go with the black van. But that's not the way it happened, so luckily I did have the pieces that I needed, but just in case you were thinking about doing the same thing for some reason, you didn't want the 2018, you only wanted 1970, you will need several pieces in addition to the 2018 Demon. That car will not build this van without using some pieces from the Charger. And maybe vice versa, I don't know that because I did not build the black van version. So anyways, just getting that out of the way. That being said, I really like this build, and I like it for a few different reasons. One, the PDF was great. No problem seeing anything. If you can put a Speed Champions set together, you can easily put this together. This is less pieces actually, so it was actually not as difficult. But it has everything highlighted where the pieces are going in. Nothing is confusing at all. So excellent quality on the PDF download. I like the nice straight line here and then these contrasting curved lines. I think it's a very good looking van. It is a little bit more aggressive for some reason in my head than I thought it was going to be. I was looking for an everyday van that you'd see out on the road for my city. And I don't know why I was thinking that, because honestly, this is exactly what the PDF and the pictures on Rebrickable look like. So it was just in my head that it was going to be a little less aggressive. It had nothing to do with Keep On Bricking's pictures or anything by any means. So, but anyways, I'll talk about that in a second. But I think it looks great. It's got little flares on the side here. It's got a little spoiler in the back. The front, it's got a nice short front, like a van would have. Unique bumper design. I thought that was interesting. And then we've got the other side is the same. As you can see, it is like jacked up a little bit in the back. A little bit more of an aggressive, more racier type style. These back tail lamps is one of the things that you need off the Charger. That's straight from the Charger. So overall, great looking little van. I tell you one thing that I do like about it, and it's not a knock on Speed Champions at all, because this is Speed Champions theme is what this is underneath, in case you're wondering. And the name is 75893 Van Life is the name of it, and it's Speed Champions. But when you look at the Speed Champions car, when you put it in your city or next to a minifig, it's pretty large. So I've seen some older cars, and the older cars, the muscle cars, they're big. They're big compared to some of the cars today, but probably not quite that tall on the hood. That'd be pretty hard to work on underneath the motor. If you had to like stand up, you need a ladder to get underneath there. So it's a little bit big, and it does look a little large in the city next to some of the buildings, and if you've got it next to non-Speed Champions themes Lego cars, it does get a little bit big. For my taste, not saying I'm not going to use any, because I do like them, because there's so many cool cars that they make in this theme, and that seems to be the way it's really going. But if we take a look at this van, it's one thing that I liked about it when I saw the PDF was it is smaller, and it's a van. So the minifigure, in my opinion, looks closer to scale with this van. If this was a van, I feel it's much closer. It's pretty much right on. It's quite a bit smaller, shorter than the Dodge. I mean, this is actually only up to the front of the hood. The whole hood is longer, which I don't know if this is based off an actual van or not, or just, you know, a concept or something, but maybe it is really that small. I don't know, but I like that it's shorter, like, to that effect. Obviously the width is the same. It's off the same frame, so it's going to be the same there, but it's just that overall length I really like on this one quite a bit more than that Charger or some of the other ones. So I think it will look good in my city. I do want to make some modifications to it myself, just to fit my personal taste of what I was looking for in my city. It's a pretty easy fix. I'm gonna lose this wing in the back. I don't need that on there. It's a little bit over the top for me. I am going to change out that piece there and this other piece next to it, if I can get it off. That piece, same on the other side. Just take those off. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to replace it with some of these slopes here we see in the rest of the van. So just going to go ahead and put those on there. And then the last thing I'm going to do is take off these jumper plates here that kind of raise it up. I'm going to take these all off, and that's what's giving it a little bit of more height in the back. So if I take all that off, it's a more of an everyday type van. And that's what I was looking for, whether it be a mom and pop type delivery van maybe, or just like the predecessors before they had the minivans. There used to be more vans like this on the road, and that's what I was kind of looking for. But that's, you know, the other thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take these little extenders off too. Forgot about that. Just want these off. There we go. Looks like more like a regular van you see on the road. And that's what I was looking for. So for me, that's perfect. So if you were thinking of more of the racing type, more aggressive van, that's a cool kit, just like you would build off the PDF. Or if you want something maybe in your Lego city that's just like more like a everyday van you'd see around, that's great too. So you have a couple different options there. Just doing a remock that I did on Keep On Bricking's mock themselves. I'm sure the black van could be something like that too. I didn't build that one, but I'm sure if you wanted to bring it down a notch into more of an everyday driver, you could do that. So that gives you an idea of how it was to build. Overall, I think it was great. I have no complaints. I'm very happy with it. I'm excited to get that into the city. I have a lot of work to do in the city, probably before I need a van in there, but at least I've got it ready to go when I do. So let's see how this does in a crash test comparison. And we'll put it against this 70 Charger just because we have it right here, and see how they fare. So we'll test those out and then we'll come back here with some final thoughts. So there we have the crash test. Always fun. So some final thoughts on this van, whether you do it on the way that it actually is in the PDF, which is a more aggressive with the fin and a more racing type, or if you do it more of a stock type version like what I did, I think you'd be happy with it. It just depends what you're looking for. I wanted a more of a plain Jane type van for the city. That's just me. But it's an easy build. It's great PDFs. I have the link down below. So if you liked the video, you found it interesting, go ahead and hit the like. And if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button and a notification. If you didn't see the last video, we do have some announcements coming up for the first giveaway. That'll be of 500 subscribers. Thank you everybody who has already subscribed. And if you have any comments about this one, leave them down below. I'd like to hear it. If you've got any more maybe suggestions on there, or if you just like it or what have you. So I am going to hit the bricks. I'm actually going to go work on the city because I need a place to park this. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.